Imagine a world where data, not oil, drives economies. AI data centers, like modern oil fields, power growth, but unlike crude, data is intangible yet just as vital. Studies show AI-driven chip stocks surge this year, fueling economic booms. Just as energy fuels engines, data fuels AI, making it a critical resource for businesses and economies worldwide. AI data centers are like super-powered brains for artificial intelligence. They process huge amounts of data to train AI models. Think of it as feeding information to an AI, just like fuel powers a car. These centers need lots of electricity, fast servers, and cooling systems to keep everything running smoothly. They're essential for creating advanced technologies, from smart chatbots like Claude to the tiny chips in your devices that make them work faster. AI data centers consume vast energy like a small city to train models for self-driving cars or medical diagnostics. For example, Microsoft's AI chip sales surged in 2023, but this demand strains grids. A report by the U.S. Energy Information Administration notes that data centers now account for over 1% of global electricity use and growing rapidly. Without upgrades, blackouts risk rising, as seen in some regions during peak training periods. AI relies on powerful chips like those from NVIDIA and AMD that process massive data workloads. While these stocks once surged, recent market shifts show AI's impact is complex. Like oil fields in the past, AI data centers now demand vast energy, reshaping economies but also straining infrastructure. Just like oil fields fueled the economy a century ago, today's AI data centers are powering a new economic boom. These aren't just buildings, they're brain factories where vast amounts of data are processed to train AI models. Companies like NVIDIA and AMD are seeing their stocks soar because AI needs superpowered chips, tiny but mighty processors that handle massive workloads. This isn't just a tech trend, it's reshaping markets, driving profits and economic growth. But with great power comes great responsibility. These data centers guzzle electricity like a car with no brakes, straining infrastructure and leading to blackouts in some areas. It's a balancing act. More AI innovation means more energy needs, but without upgrades, the system could buckle. Imagine a data center as a giant brain factory. It's not just servers, it's where raw data gets fed into super-powered chips like NVIDIA's GPUs. Think of them as the muscles for AI. These chips crunch numbers to teach models, say, how to recognize images or predict weather. But here's the catch. Training one model can take weeks and burn through energy like a small city. That's why data centers need cooling systems to keep chips from overheating. It's not just about speed, it's about efficiency. Companies race to build these centers near cheap power, but the demand is outpacing supply, leading to blackouts in some areas. Google and Microsoft are leading the charge with massive AI data centers, like their facilities in Oregon and Virginia. These aren't just server rooms, they're brain factories powered by thousands of high-performance chips. For example, Google's data center in Council Bluffs uses cutting-edge cooling systems to handle the intense heat from training AI models. Meanwhile, Microsoft's AI research lab in Redmond pushes boundaries with supercomputers that require as much power as a small town. These investments show how AI isn't just a trend, it's becoming the backbone of our digital future. But this AI boom isn't without a cost. Data centers guzzle electricity like a car with no brakes, straining power grids and causing blackouts. Cooling systems work overtime to prevent overheating, while companies race to build near-cheap energy sources, yet demand outpaces supply. Google's Council Bluffs Center uses cutting-edge cooling, but even that can't keep up with the heat from training massive AI models. Without upgrades, this system could buckle under its own weight. But there's a big myth about these AI data centers. They're not conscious beings, just super smart tools. Think of them like ultra-advanced calculators, no feelings, no thoughts, just crunching numbers at lightning speed. For example, even if an AI chatbot feels like it's understanding you, it's actually just matching patterns in data it's been trained on. Companies like Anthropic study this to see how far they can push these systems, but it's still a long way from true consciousness. So while AI is revolutionizing industries, it's important to remember it's a tool, not a domain. Looking ahead, AI data centers will get even bigger and more powerful. Imagine them as future skyscrapers, not just for computing, but for shaping entire industries. They'll need smarter energy solutions like solar or wind farms to keep up with their hunger for power. At the same time, we'll see debates about how these systems work. Are they just tools or something more? Companies like Anthropic will push boundaries, studying AI's behavior to see if it can ever truly think. But one thing is clear, AI data centers won't slow down. They're here to stay. Investing in AI data centers means betting on infrastructure, not just software. Look for companies building near cheap energy like wind or solar farms to cut costs and reduce blackouts. Efficient cooling tech, like Google's liquid systems, will be key to scaling these power-hungry giants. But don't get swept up in hype about AI consciousness, it's still a tool. Focus on how companies use data centers to drive real business, not whether they think. The boom is here. The smart money is backing those who build it right. AI data centers aren't just about computing, they're reshaping jobs and innovation. Imagine a factory where robots handle complex tasks, freeing humans for creativity or problem-solving. But these AI tools also raise questions. Will they replace jobs or create new ones? Companies like Anthropic are studying how AI behaves, but it's still a tool, not a mind. The real power lies in how we use data to drive progress, whether in medicine, energy, or business. The boom is here. The smart move is to invest it in infrastructure that builds this future responsibly. AI data centers are becoming critical to industries like medicine and energy, but they're advanced tools, not conscious minds. The smart investment? Supporting companies that build efficient, sustainable AI infrastructure near renewable energy sources. These are the foundation of AI's future. If this video intrigued you, share it with someone passionate about tech trends or shaping AI's path.